Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. Today we're back with Season 3, Episode 7 of Fire Force.
Wow, David Production, you actually did an amazing job the last episode. If you haven't, you can go check out some of our prior episodes. We were kind of shaky with the season. I know a lot of people have been over. I mean, honestly, if you go on social media, you'll see a lot of discourse yourself. But last episode, they did a great job. The animation, sound design, obviously. The OSTs are really good, too. It was just a battle between ideologies between Shinra and Captain Burns. Captain Burns being, you know, the old man with his ideologies that he had since he was a child. But he still had hope that the youth in Shinra, who is the hope, who represents that, could surpass him. And he took all of what he had, all the speed, all the techniques. He stood there. He didn't even move from his spots a lot of times in the fight because he wanted to establish, okay, this is what the youth can throw at me. Let's see if they can overcome, you know, me and all the other old establishments of the world. Burns' doppelganger came in, stabs him, and takes him to the Adola world. And Dragon is doing a big blast dragon breath attack on Company 8. And it looks like Iris did something. She prayed. You seen like a little impact frame or something of her while Maki was trying to protect the gang, and then it nullified Dragon's attack and they were saved and leaked. He was looking at her like, I see what you did. I don't know what you did, but you did something. At the end of the episode, Moonlight Mask, who is he? I wonder who, comes in, and that's where we end the episode. Are you ready to hop into this episode?
Yeah, I can finally talk. Just kidding. All right, let's get into Season 3, Episode 7 of Fire Force right about now.
I actually didn't mean to do that. My brain just...
That's all right.
Like, seriously, this is in the top tier of worlds you would not want to live in. Like, at all.
AOT, this one.
The paranoia, that's not, like, no. Anybody around you or yourself, I can't live like that. Hell no.
Momento.
Ooh, crisp. I like that shot.
No, I'm Moonlight Mask. Oh my god.
He literally said he really did that. Everything he told him.
All right.
Oh, standing on the power line. I forgot about that damn
Whoa.
power. That shit is crazy. That's
Gojo purple. All right, can someone grab those things off of him?
Hey,
or that.
David Production. They animated the hell out of that. See, that's some other fan service, you know. Interesting. Whenever they say that line, that's like a top 10 line in all of manga and anime.
I leave it to you.
Yes, I leave it to you. I entrust this to you.
I've always loved Obi, but I didn't realize he would have this much significant impact on the story, you know?
Yeah. I'm glad that Okubo went that route, too.
Leaked.
Keep it all together.
Yoy!
He said, "Yeah, that dude right there, I don't know. He a little different."
Oh man, cheering in the background.
Always like counter ability folk. Ooh.
Whoa!
That's another great shot.
Yoy! Form 7. Nichiren! Shout out Demon Slayer.
These four are like the coolest people in the show. You know, they have to just put them all here. Yes, destruction, yay, absolutely, yes.
Okay, when she says everything was according to plan, like, what was accomplished there, truly? Like...
はい。第一のバーンズ大隊長は殉教しました。鬼にやられたって言ってたな。
He said, I know about that.
ドッペルゲンガーって。
I know about Doppelganger. He was the first one.
ですが、
その戦いに赴いたんだ。第八を孤立させるためか？いや、あいつはそんな玉じゃねえ。
Not gonna lie, at least we got Benny Maru on our side though. Like he's the strongest guy.
At
so.
the very least.
Yeah, like you need that because shit. Everybody else.
安らかに眠れ。このことを考えてくれ。
I'm really liking the OSTs in this. I've never really been big on favorite production OSTs, so that's something good that came out of this season.
It's promising for when Undead Unluck returns.
当修道院の紋章は西洋教十字と草花をかたどったものであり、これまでに113名の身寄りのない少女たちがこの地でシスターとして育ってきました。捧げます。
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Literally.
You mean anywhere attacked?
朝、昼、晩の3回。太陽の光を存分に浴びた。もちろん、シスターたち
I don't know why. I'm getting like the impression that this narrator is a killed girl from back then.
この習慣からシスターの
And there's gonna be like a "Rawr" at the end.
シスタークレマチス、あまり好き嫌いはしないように。シスタースミレ、そちらでもみんなのことお願いします。ではそこで待っていろ。俺は護衛です。
Bro cut his hair. What did he do? The gum got stuck or something?
あんな訓練余裕だね。ところでこの後ご飯どう？実は俺広告で一番予約の取れないレストランのオーナーと知り合いでさ、特別に連れてってあげるよ。
男のくせに自分をよく見せようと自分のことをペラペラと。
ペラ
そんなんで引っかかる女はバカしかいないぞ。
なんすかなんすか？俺の話が気になります？
あとその髪キモいし汚らわしいから切れ。
God dang.
She's the bubblegum.
Oh, I like that. I like how they did that a lot.
All they names is just flowers.
ミツバチの巣があるんですって。アイリスも一緒に来るでしょ。でも大丈夫？シスターアイリス危ないですよ。大丈夫。私が守ってあげるから。
Then the Fire Nation attacked, kind of.
聞いていましたよ。そんな虫の巣に近づくなんて。
たら速攻で見に行こう。さくら本気？
聞こえてましたよ。
ゲゲ
Yeah, it's sad. They never came back.
残ったのは私とアイリスだけ。音切りそうの花言葉に近い。絶対に復讐する。
That's pretty serious.
もし地盤の
Hey, an Apple Watch.
空洞があれ、振動数が下がった。
I don't think my Apple Watch can do that.
They're coming back to a site of just ruins of a place that you lived in to investigate. That's crazy.
Not only that, but the ruins of the place that was a massacre of your sisters.
Yep. All of which were children.
Ooh, that kind of hurt.
And all younger than you.
供物の祭壇だろう。あんた本当に元シスタ
Yo,
ー。
what up?
お前らなんでここに？
ある一件であんたに連
Why
絡
did the
したんだ。
OST suddenly turn up to 11?
わざわざこんなとこ。バラのムチよ。はい回れ。
熱音強冷却。
Hell yeah.
Damn. That's
His
cool.
ability really is one of the
Pun
dopest, I ain't gonna
intended,
lie.
no matter how many times I see it.
何が出るか。
This shit's really cool. What will be unveiled?
地下は火事の影響がないようだな。
太陽神よ、お許しください。
It's like a Mother Caramel situation from One Piece.
Pillars, huh? You know, they always talk about the leading cause of death in there. I know lung cancer is probably a very close second in this world.
Emphysema.
当修道院の紋章は西洋教十字といや考えすぎか虫の標本だ
Maybe those infernal bugs were on some vegetation that were brought back from that world.
太陽の光を存分に浴びた栄養たっぷりの野菜が主となります。もちろんシスターたちによるお手製の野菜です。だが具体的な実験内容については何も手がかりがない。レシピですか。
They were cultivating the kids? Oh my.
This whole episode I've been looking at the camera and stuff.
I finally got it. I know it took me long enough, but
wow. What in the Promised Neverland? What in the
植物からつけられる伝統となっています。
何か分かったのか? From the very beginning. So I wonder why Iris and Hibana didn't turn then.
何が言いたい? やはりここに何か。
虫を穴に虫はつきものでしょ。
Oh fuck me! I thought that was a flashback. No, hell no.
Man.
Sister
Oh,
no, 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 no. It's that weird mole rat looking dude. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Oh,
no,
man. There's so much to this.
Bad
stuff,
touch.
Man. There's so much.
That was
glad we're into the lore stuff.
I think that's the first time, like, since we've been reacting, I've had, like, unsettled goosebumps on my arms. I cannot describe that feeling. That was scary.
He's like, oh, I thought it was a flashback. No,
I thought she was, you know, because the whole episode, she was thinking back to the voice. She was thinking back to childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then this old lady just comes out.
Sumire. Nope. What are you doing here, Sister Sumire? How are you here? When you said like a Mother Caramel situation, it was like, I was like, look like something like it. Oh boy.
Man, they were just cultivating those girls from the beginning.
Yep.
I wonder if like the number 113 has any significance. Obviously the number 13 has bad luck connotations, but
yeah. We're in the lore part of Fire Force, definitely, man. This is.
I like this episode just as much as the last one, but for a completely different reason. Like this one felt like it moved the story forward a good amount.
Yep. And the animation held up too, really good. The character designs look very crisp, perfect. I appreciated that.
Sumire, stop speaking in my ear. Latum.
Boy. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is a part of the story where it's like, oh, like things were already like most of the things that we unveiled throughout the series were like you still are left with question marks, like when it came to the whole the tablets, well, pi, the number pi on the tablets, that being one. Obviously the pillars, we learned what the pillars are, so we know that. We know the Adola world. We got their plans on them wanting to burn the world, but it was like, what the hell are they doing with that? And there's a lot of other stuff too that was just kind of we questioned. Obviously the doppelgangers, now we're getting some more answers with that. But now in the story, it's starting to get to the point where it's like, it's kind of like what, so if you guys haven't, I'm going to plug this on our channel, Dandadan. We read Dandadan every Mondays. We're all caught up. Yes. That's a series where we learn things, but like we kind of got to spin back on certain things that are touched upon briefly, and then get some confirmations to some of these clues that we have. I would say in Fire Force right now is where we're starting to really get those answers fully.
Okay.
Especially going into like the final stretch of the series and whatnot for the core 2. So the way that I always liked how coming off of this last arc with the whole capturing Captain Obi and trying to get through Burns and whatnot, and then going into this part, because for one, Hibana's character, she definitely needed some more things to do in the background. Obviously, she was trying to learn about the doppelgangers and stuff, but I like that we have to tie it back to this, and especially after the whole thing with Iris in the last episode of her. It looks like she might be the next pillar. I mean, whatever the hell she did with that power, I don't know, but that's what it seems like. So I like how everything kind of is tying in together now.
Yeah, it feels like a neatly tied bow on the end of the conflict. And now we're just, like you said, straight into a lore dump for this next portion of the story before we ramp it back up for combat in the core 2. This has really been present from the beginning of the series. I remember what it was like episode 3 or 4 that Hibana was first introduced. And this whole thing with the church and the kids and how they were brought up, and then how Iris and Hibana were the only survivors of that massacre. Now, it really makes me think that possibly Iris has been the guardian angel of Hibana this whole time, which also somewhat concerns me, because God forbid anything happens to Iris, because we see the imagery in the opening with her and the woman that's inside of the Tokyo nuclear reactor. So, God forbid if there's like a switch, or like that woman wants to get out, she temporarily comes in contact with Iris, if there's some sort of a Dola link between the two of them, because this might be something subconsciously that Iris is able to do as one of the pillars. She might be able to protect anyone that is, and again, this kind of builds onto the themes of friendship that some people don't like in storytelling, but I like when it's introduced as like a core concept. So Iris could be like the holy protector, and the holy protector of anyone against flames, like significant flames I'm talking about. And for someone turning into an infernal via those bugs, there could still be a bug inside of Hibana. And I thought that immediately when she realized, and it was showing the little girl eating the spoonful of the stew, it going down into the stomach, and then the bug was starting to cultivate in it. That's concerning. So Hibana possibly has some death flags from this episode, and I did not expect that given how it started. And then, god damn, that scary end bit of the episode, I got chills. No. As the phrase goes, kill it with fire. Oh no, wait, we can't do that. Kill it with, I don't know, stronger fire.
She's very creepy. Like, her face is always just like stoic and like regular. Like, it doesn't, but it's creepy as fuck too. It's like, what
they nailed
hell?
The VA casting for that, by the way. I just want to say,
yeah.
Ooh, child.
Something I thought about too, since it happened in the last episode, like with Burns, his whole thing of just like praying, that's all he did. That was like a part of his just routine in life, just to pray.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting when you think about him and Iris, where like Iris, she also does that, but with her, it looks like he's actually doing something, protecting people. For Burns, it was more like he never really, especially with his fight and just his words alone with Shinra and with Joker, he felt like he absolutely could not, like, nothing could come of him praying and anything that he's doing with his duty other than just being on their side and just doing what he does as a priest or whatnot. But there's nothing more he could potentially do. So I do like what a lot of characters in the series represent, from like the new generation, even people like Obi, obviously, like him being a symbol of hope for everybody. And then you have like some of the gag ones, but also it has some great themes in it with Arthur, being a knight. I know it is a gag, but it's also something that's like, I mean, the whole thing with him and Dragon is a thing now, which is ironic. And then you have Benny Maru too. Like, he's very much a whole different tradition from everybody else. And he's also been blessed with ultimate power as well. So it's kind of interesting how people that have their own ideologies, they kind of stand out amongst all the rest of the characters in the series. And I think that makes sense. You know, a lot of times you don't really see that too often when characters simply have like just different ideologies or they represent something totally different. Usually a cast is all about just the strength of the person, just because of their genetics or a power that they were granted or whatnot. But in this, it actually, what actually matters the most is what they represent. So that's always cool. Something I always like from Fire Force personally.
I also thoroughly enjoy the different takes on faith. Myself, I'm not too much of a faithful person as it relates specifically to religion, but I have faith in people. I have faith in my friends. Let me clarify. And for that to be a core concept and potentially a core aspect of the combat with Iris, I love that immensely. Because a lot of shonen series, so the first one that comes to mind obviously is Fairy Tail, and I do personally really do enjoy that series. But one of the major gripes with that is the power of friendship is the greatest plot armor of all. Now, if this has been something that has been let up, foreshadowed this whole time in that terms of she's protecting Hibana. She has been protecting Hibana this whole time. Because she is so pious with her religion, that as long as she doesn't have a sense of doubt, like Burns had when he encountered the evangelist, like potentially she could protect her friends or the other pillars until the end of days. Now, my only question is, does that also relate to the rest of humanity? So let's just say endgame, there's a big supernova explosion, the entire Earth is turned into the second sun, like the evangelists want to do. Who's left? What does the world look like? Does Iris save us? But what does existence look like in that new world? So lots of really cool questions about the end game if we are led to believe that Iris is the final pillar.
Right. No, I'm telling you, he's one of the mascots at Company 8, man. One of them, man.
The old men. Dog. What's the other one?
I remember I used to always be sus of them. I'm like, who are they? What do they do? But then after a while, I was like, okay, they're just mascots.
They're just there.
That's all. They're just there. They're like the Panda Man in One Piece, but Kubo, I know what you are. All these mangaka, we know what you are. Any kind of similarities? Hey, we know what you are. But yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. It was a really great episode for the lore. It was much needed. So happy camper here.
Yeah, agreed. I love this one.
All right. Well, you guys know the drill, man. Pull up every week because we got lots and lots of content. Obviously, Fire Force. We got My Hero Vigilantes. We have Haikyuu. And then going to the summer, we got Dandadan Anime. We also do Dandadan Manga concurrently, like I said earlier, every Mondays. Chainsaw Man very, very soon, so stay tuned to that for the manga. Squid Game, Gachiakuta. There's a lot of stuff, so just stay tuned. Subscribe to your boys, man. Road to 1K. And with that being said, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream. And peace.
Peace.